So yeah, let's talk about the Bioware news that happened today. Both the good and the bad. We'll start with the good. And the good actually has to do with the SWTOR team. For those who didn't see the announcement, Eric Musco got promoted. And they have announced a new community manager. The promotion that Eric took is basically just one step up. So he's now the senior community manager. And then you have the new community manager, and then you have Dan, who's also part of that. So I'll pop it up on screen here real quick. So the new SWTOR community manager is this lady. Her name is Jackie. And I guess she's got some pretty good experience from what I have heard just within the industry. So it's going to be interesting to see what she's able to do for SWTOR. But honestly, I've got to say that it's a little bit confusing to me as to why they even need a third person on the community team. And kind of going one step further, the SWTOR team over about the last couple of months has actually been growing. They've been adding several developers to that team where for the longest time, the team was either just the same amount of people or losing people. But yeah, it's almost like they're getting ready to gear up for something, or maybe EA's finally giving them more money, or, you know, it's a little bit hard to say at this point. Maybe we'll get more information next year. But yeah, it's gonna be cool to see what Jackie's able to do. Her tweet here actually blew up here, so you can see 9 hours ago is when the announcement actually happened, and it's got almost 200 comments, 1,000 likes. So that's pretty cool. Maybe they're getting ready for things for the 10-year. Yeah, maybe. But I think we'll go ahead and we'll get on to the big news. And that is both Casey Hudson, the general manager of Bioware, and Mark Darrah have both left Bioware. Same day, same time, just gone. And that's pretty insane. When I heard this news, I was just completely mind blown. I was in a daze for like an hour. Just like, because for those who don't know, Mark Darrah, he's basically Mr. Dragon Age. And we all know they're working on the next Dragon Age. They have for a couple years now. And so he is basically leaving his baby behind. And it's like, what could have possibly happened to make both of these guys just leave? Now, I don't think it was an instant thing, like, oh, there was a bad meeting, boom, you guys are fired and out. I don't think that happened, because if that would have happened, then they wouldn't have wrote these blogs. So I have a feeling like it was probably like a 2-week notice thing. Or at least something similar to that. But it's crazy, because Bioware is kind of finding itself in the same place that Blizzard is. Where the people who made Coder and Mass Effect and then the original Dragon Ages, those people are almost gone now. There's nobody left at Bioware. And like I said, Blizzard is in the same scenario. It's like you look at the original World of Warcraft team, or just the original Warcraft teams and StarCraft and stuff like that. It's like all those people are gone. And the funny thing about Blizzard in particular is there is an embargo in place that actually happened with Blizzard.
You have returned.
And that's why about a month ago, all of a sudden there was like 4 new studios that opened up all with at the same time, and they were all from ex-Blizzard devs, which is just absolutely crazy. Nana Nonsense coming in with the T1 13. Thank you very, very much. And Casual Carmel. Hello, hello. How's it going? But it's going to be interesting to see if we actually hear the news on what happened here. Because it's very, very interesting. And I'd say when it comes to Casey Hudson, he's probably most known for his work on Mass Effect. That was always kind of his game. And as somebody in chat pointed out, Casey actually left Bioware before, and then he was actually rehired as the general manager. Now, a couple of interesting things about the situation and then kind of what Casey was doing would be that, one, Casey was a big supporter of SWTOR, and he was also a big supporter of Anthem. And he's definitely one of the people who spearheaded the let's do Anthem 2.0 and that kind of thing. So now that he's gone, a lot of people are saying, well, are they just going to go ahead and pull the plug on that? Are they going to, are they going to shut her down? And then the other thing is with SWTOR, as I just mentioned, it appears that SWTOR has been getting so much more support. Is that going to continue? Or are the new leaders going to come in and take it away? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. And then, of course, Dragon Age. Somebody in chat was asking, are they going to cancel Dragon Age? No. There's no way. Plus, it's already, 2 or 3 years in development. They'll get it out. But, yeah, what do you guys in chat think? Now, I've had some people ask me if I were to guess, what would be my pure guess on why this happened. And I can only think of one real reason. And this really has to do with Mark Darrah. And that is, I'm wondering if EA came in and they took a look at the current build of Dragon Age, which this happens all the time, right? They always, when you're making a game, you're always constantly looking at the builds and see how things are going, right? So I wonder if EA came in and they're like, all right, Mark, here's what we want you to do with Dragon Age. And he said no. And so he goes to Casey and he's like, Casey, gotta help me out here. And Casey's like, oh yeah, man, sure. And so Casey basically backs up Mark Darrah, and EA says no. And so maybe there's some rough meetings, and then basically Mark says, well, if I can't make my game, I'm out. And Casey's like, I'm backing you up. And so EA was like, all right, you guys are done. Like, that's the only thing that I can think of on why this happened. Yeah, and Christian Daly, he is taking over basically as the lead of Dragon Age 4. And Christian Daly, he is another one of the few remaining guys that has been around a while. But I had some other people asking me, well, do you think this is Anthem's fault? And my answer to that is no. Not at all. I mean, if they were going to fire people over Anthem, they would have done it already. Not wait like a year and a half, 2 years later. No. Absolutely not. But no, this is just very interesting. I hope Jason Schreier is able to actually tell us what happened here, because he's gotten a lot of stuff out on BioWare's issues in the past, so maybe he's able to do it again. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with Dragon Age, what happens with Anthem. Do they end up shutting it down? And what happens with SWTOR? Because, the one thing you got to remember about SWTOR, and you can actually look at the EA financial reports, SWTOR makes them really good money. I want to say it was the Q2, or maybe it was even the Q1 2020 financial report that stated that SOTOR has made them almost $1 billion. So it's like they have no reason to get rid of SOTOR. You know, if at some point down the road they were actually going to do another Star Wars MMO, they would basically start making it and get within a release window, then shut down SOTOR, then activate the new MMO. But yeah, for anybody who wants to read these blogs, I will go ahead and put them in chat here super quick. So there's the one for Casey, and then here's the one from Mark Darrah. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see what they have to say about it. And of course, they're very diplomatic in their verbiage. One question from chat was, why not invest in it? I actually think the point of view or the logic of EA in regards to SOTOR is they know that SOTOR is most likely not going to grow any bigger than what it already is, except for maybe some short little spikes here and there. And so they can already see they have a product that is making money. Why put more money into it when it's already doing what you want it to do? They have no reason to put money into it. On the other hand, they have seen the success of what their other Star Wars games are doing, and then what other games have done when you try and revitalize them. Whether it be FF14, No Man's Sky, Fallout 76 is so much better than what it was before. And so they might be looking at some of that stuff and being like, all right, so what if we try and put a bunch of money and resources and stuff into SOTOR? Maybe we can actually get people to spend more money. But to this point, that has not been their goal. Their goal has been to just kind of sit on it and just let it bring in the money. So yeah, for this 10-year anniversary thing, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I don't know. Any other thoughts from chat? All right. Well, for those who are watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. Crazy news. And we'll see you guys next time.